If the rumors are true, our head of security is leaving. At least that's what my friend over at the Talking the Orville keeps saying. If so, let's take a look at her.
And welcome back to the heart of the stories we tell. I'm Rob, the host, and this is another look deep into what makes a story, a theory on storytelling by a storyteller who believes that every story has merit. And tonight's episode is...
Character profile, Alara. Alright, so Alara is one of those characters that comes out of nowhere. She's a supporting cast member more than a main cast member. But she's also the first member of the Orville crew I'm going to handle, because when you really look at it, she might be only in it for Season 1 and part of Season 2. But before we get into that, for those of you that don't know, what I do here is I review stories, come up with theories of storytelling, and most recently started this part of the series, where I take an in-depth look at characters, how and why they act. If that sounds interesting to you, click the subscribe button as we walk through the heart of the stories we tell. Alright, so the psychology of a character really plays on the psychology of the writers and what they think someone is thinking and why they do. And you see, for stories, that brings everything together. And honestly, Alara really came together for me not because of herself, but when we met her parents, who I have a good understanding will also be appearing in an episode of Season 2. They talk about the fact that on their planet, minds are the most important thing. They're kind of like Vulcans. They're very intellectual of a race. So the fact that we meet her as the toughest chick in the fleet, the toughest person on the ship, that's for sure, really is kind of at odds with that, but not really. The parents said that she excelled in spite of her shortcomings. So I want you to think about this for a minute. On a planet full of geniuses or people that respect intellect, even the dumbest person probably is pretty smart. I always think about it like this. My brother-in-law used to joke that he would look at the old report cards from my sister, who was a straight A with 1 or 2 B's, and say, wow, my parents would have killed to see a report card like this. Mine were all C's and D's. And when my niece and nephew started going to school and they started getting straight A's, he was very happy that they took after their mother. But realistically, he's not really dumb. He just didn't excel at school. He thinks in a different way. And so, too, does Alara. Now, Alara is a tactical thinker. That's why she's head of security. That's why she's thinking these things through, and why she grows as a character. She's not dumb by any means, but maybe she didn't excel because she wasn't meant to be a bookkeeper. She wasn't meant to be a lawyer. And at the end of the day, those traits that make her good at security aren't just physical. She's capable of interacting with people. She's more than capable of going undercover. And we see multiple times where she has to make hard calls. That's where a lot of the character growth happens. She isn't even sure if she can make the calls. What happens when she's in trouble and has to make a decision? Well, we watch as she uses her logic. We watch as she uses her inner strength, not just her outer strength. Now, having said that, being from the equivalent of this galaxy's planet Krypton doesn't hurt, not at all. In fact, I have to wonder if when they were creating Aurora, if they weren't thinking about Superman a little. Krypton as a planet has always been a scientific paradise. Well, except for in the TV show name for it, but it's a place where you think, where science has won out, where researchers are king. What does it give us? It gives us Superman, who by and far is a physical powerhouse. But he's not just a physical powerhouse. And the same can be said for Alara. In fact, I want to say, for all intents and purposes, Alara is Supergirl. She has physical power, but she also has a mental strength, a willpower, something that is very feminist in its power, although not beating you over the head with it like the Supergirl series does. So, what Alara is super strong, super fast, and all because she comes from a heavy G world. So we've seen that plenty of times as well, too. In fact, I could probably throw up 100 examples of, oh, heavy G world, that allows them to be super strong and super dense, and gives them what would appear to be superpowers. But in reality, is just a physiological thing. There is one thing I wonder: how long off planet in normal gravitational pull before her muscles stop being super? And I wonder if that's going to be part of the excuse they use to get rid of her, or if she's just going to end up getting a promotion. All in all, I'm very happy with the way the actress has played this. She has just the right mix of innocent, I don't know what to do, with strong, I can do what I want. And at the same time, she as a character never comes off in any of the negative lights that we see female characters so often portrayed in. In fact, one of the things I love is the way she interacts with other members of the crew. She can be just, hey, one of the girls and having fun. Or she can also be a tough as nails boxer who can fight the first officer no problem. But all of that is how she gets portrayed. How about why she gets portrayed? The why of the character. I think she's really out to prove something. Not just to herself, but in all ways to everyone. She wants to prove that she can be worthy of whatever it is that she's doing. She wants to prove that she's smart enough, strong enough, fast enough. And that becomes a problem for her in several occasions. Because, let's be honest, no one's always the one that's going to be the fastest, the strongest, the smartest. She feels that she lets people down whenever she doesn't perform perfectly. But isn't that all too human? Or whatever the name of her alien race is? Nobody's perfect. And that's part of what she needs to learn as she grows. But at the same time, on a show that is pretty much sold by its characterization, she stands out as the one that I wanted to do first. Not just because she might be off the show, but because of how amazingly well she's done. She feels like someone that you would walk into any office building and meet. And yeah, I know, not super strong, but you would meet the person who can simultaneously be sweet, innocent, fun, but a little bit raunchy, and still tough as nails. She reminds me of several of my best friends, both male and female. And I wonder, what do you guys think? Would you like to see Alara stick around? Are you happy the actress is moving on to bigger and better things? Are you going to be hopeful that she sticks around as at least a reoccurring role when we get a new security officer? Let me know down in the comment section below. And of course, let me know what you think about other characters that you want to see me look into as well. Before you do that, though, do me a favor and like and share this video, and if you haven't already, click the subscribe button to join us. October is coming, and with it will be Halloween month. Maybe I should do a character profile about one of the horror movies. Or maybe something a little older than movies. Either way, I hope that you enjoy this, are back when the Orville is back, and enjoyed this walk through the heart of the stories we tell. Have a good night.